Hello! Today, we'll be showing you how to replace the motherboard in a Dell 11 Generation 2 Chromebook. First, you will need a few tools. An anti-static mat is recommended to avoid electrostatic discharge, which can damage electronic parts. A small, magnetic-tip Phillips head screwdriver will be necessary for this replacement. A spudger will also come in handy during this replacement. You can use either plastic or metal, whichever you prefer. You may also want to have a pair of tweezers handy, as they may be useful in handling small parts. The first step will be to remove the 7 bottom cover screws. Next, you will use your spudger to carefully pry and remove the bottom cover. Now, you will remove the 2 battery screws. Next, you will disconnect the battery cable from the motherboard and remove the battery. Now, you will disconnect the speaker cable from the motherboard. Next, you will disconnect the keyboard and touchpad cables from the motherboard. Now, you will disconnect the motherboard to daughterboard cable from the motherboard. Next, you will disconnect the 2 Wi-Fi antenna cables from the Wi-Fi card. Now, you will remove the Wi-Fi card screw and then remove the Wi-Fi card. Next, you will disconnect the LCD cable from the motherboard. Now, you will disconnect the DC jack cable from the motherboard. Next, you will remove the 9 motherboard screws. The first step in the installation of your replacement motherboard will be to set it into place and replace the 9 motherboard screws. Next, you will replace the Daughterboard and the 3 Daughterboard screws. Now, you will replace the Wi-Fi card and the Wi-Fi card screw. Next, you will reconnect the 2 Wi-Fi antenna cables to the Wi-Fi card. Now, you will reconnect the DC jack cable to the motherboard. Next, you will reconnect the LCD cable to the motherboard. Now, you will reconnect the motherboard to daughterboard cable to the motherboard. Next, you will reconnect the touchpad cable to the motherboard. Now, you will reconnect the keyboard cable to the motherboard. Now, you will reconnect the speaker cable to the motherboard. Next, you will set the battery into place and reconnect the battery cable to the motherboard. Now, you will replace the 2 battery screws. Next, you will snap the bottom cover into place. The final step will be to replace the 7 bottom cover screws. You have now successfully replaced the motherboard in your Dell 11 Generation 2 Chromebook. Good job!